Welcome back. All right. I got a bunch of different cameras going. All right, let's empty this bag out first. So we got curly parsley, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes or rustic potatoes, red potatoes, sweet onion, carrots, one jalapeno, ginger, garlic, and we got celery. Okay, so this is a Halloween bag. I know it's not Halloween, but it was like the first one on top. And like another thing I like is that I have it folded up so that it nicely tucks away into a perfect little square. Like, how cute! How cute is that? And it fits right into the side of my knapsack. So I was like, "You're good." All right. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make a drink. There's this drink that I found using prebiotics. It tastes like soda. All right. It's called Cove. Cove. This is what it says here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's zero sugar. Zero. And it has prebiotics in it. So here, this is it here, Cove. And then we've got prebiotics here. Zero sugar, which is fantastic. So this is the drink today. This is the special cup that's gonna keep it cold. See, like, what I'm trying to do is like, not. When I get sick too, I feel like I do something little and all of a sudden it's like, boom! And then if I, like, you know what I mean? And it's so tough to, like, gauge how much strength I put in stuff. But anyway. Like, the other ice tray I have is, like, completely, like, shattered, just holding on by, like, a thread. Because, like, I really smashed it. Alright. Okay, you guys are like, oh, where can we find these? It's like, you want to know? I went to some really cute Asian shop and they only had like two flavors. The first time I went in there, I swear they had like all these different flavors, but there was just green and orange that they had left. You know, it tastes just like a fizzy soda, but it has no sugar, nothing in it. And it's fantastic. Like, I feel like this is a good drink that is good for anyone. All right, so this kitchen is like the Tetris kitchen, and everything has to fit just perfectly, and it's super stressful. That's not a fun kitchen, but we're gonna do our best today. Okay, so just so you guys know, this recipe too can be easily you know what I mean, done for vegetarian, but for whatever reason, we're gonna do chicken thighs. I'm just gonna start defrosting the chicken thighs. These are seasoned. I have like a K chicken seasoning that I throw on here just in case, which is like a few different spices, but whatever, it's not a big deal. So I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, how are you gonna thaw those chicken thighs and be able to chop everything up and get everything going? Oh my gosh, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna make it. Like, relax. Relax. Let me do the cooking today. All right. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know. Okay, so when I'm running the hot water, I'm running it like along the chicken. I feel like that helps. Okay, and then we're just gonna let that kind of rest. All right. So I gotta wash some of these. Some of these I'm gonna wash. So like the carrots we're gonna wash, the potatoes we're gonna wash, the celery. So I know you're like, oh, the last episode you didn't have to watch the celery, and it's like, yeah, well, the last episode it was already done for me. Like, oh, aren't you supposed to pre-do this? Isn't this already supposed to be done? It's like, I'm not Martha Stewart, okay? This is not that kind of show. This is a different show. I'm a one-man show. I do it all myself. Okay, so you know what? We don't need a lot of carrots, so we're just gonna do like 2. You know what? Let's just wash them. No, you know what? Let's just wash a carrot. We don't need that many carrots. I'm gonna wash a few of these. Like this potato, I feel like that's enough. Like we don't need to go overboard here. Okay, let's do these potatoes. That should be good. We'll do a full onion. And he goes, what about the mushrooms? Like, you wanna know what? Not this episode. Sweet potato. Okay, you wanna know what? No, that'll be fine. Wash these. Okay, the celery. Boom. 1, 2, 3. That's enough celery for me. Okay, celery, great snack. You know, celery, your body actually burns more calories eating celery than it does any other fruit or any other vegetable, sorry. And it's one of those vegetables that is like good for a snack. You know, cut them up, throw them in a Ziploc bag, take it to work with you, you know, during the day kind of snack on it. You know, if you're having a stir fry in the evening, throw some celery in. Soups. I know you're like, we know, okay. Okay, so like, I know you guys are like, oh, you don't need these, but like, you wanna know what? Like, I just like, why not? So I thought we were doing chicken thigh soup, and it's gonna be kind of like chicken thigh soup, but it's also gonna be like, it's also gonna be kind of like a pot roast, but not really. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just gonna give these a quick rinse. Like, not a big deal. So, I know you guys are like, oh, you're being very thorough. And it's like, you know what? Can I tell you? They put all kinds of stuff on these, like, vegetables now. And, like, they have all these chemicals. And, like, you want to know if just, like, you know, washing it good will help. Then, hey, I don't mind. There's so many people on Instagram that are like, oh, you won't believe what chemical, you won't believe. Oh, you won't believe what they're doing. Oh, you won't believe it. And it's like, oh, I believe it. Oh, I believe. Okay, we're going to put this in the fridge. Okay, these potatoes, this potato is fine. Okay, so I have weird neighbors that like to like break into my house. And so I kind of like lock everything up now. I know it sounds so crazy. I'm like saying it and I'm like, oh, it sounds so crazy. And it's like, ugh. It's like, welcome to Etobicoke. Like, you know, everyone's like, oh, why don't you move? Oh, why don't you move? And it's like, you know what? When I find the right fit, everything can change. But until then, you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's take this out. I know you guys are like, oh, you're going to save those bags? And it's like, okay, so I like to, I try not to like be wasteful with stuff. Okay, so this is a good onion. I'm going to save this one for later. So this will be the garbage. Parsley. Okay, we're going to save that. Okay, this and this. And this are over here. Okay. So another fun fact too, like, you know, when you live with people, you live with people. And yeah, it sucks when you live with other people, right? You know, when you have your own home, you have your own house, you have your own, it's your own. And everything, so it is what it is, right? You know, when you live with people, you have to be conscientious of other people, right? And their life and all that other stuff. And, you know, saying mean things all the time about someone else living with you, it's like, why don't you just go buy your own home then? Like, otherwise, this is how it is. Like, you're gonna have to deal with, like, another person. Like, I have to listen to, like, people and their television and their arguments and their stomping around like fucking elephants and them fucking opening and closing and opening and closing and opening and closing over and over and over. And I don't say anything about it, but the second I'm like coughing or the second I'm like sneezing or whatever, they all have a problem with it. And it's like, you want to know what, guys? Go buy your own home. Go buy your own house. Go get another apartment. Do what you need to do to make it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can only do so much. Like, there's only, like, I can't help getting sick because the people around me, like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, getting sick is a part of life. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm almost over it now, but, like, okay, alright. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do get rid of these before they're all bad. Today we're gonna be a little bit quick. I know you guys are like, oh, you're really, babying that chicken. It's like, yeah, because there's a good chance it's still going to be frozen. I really don't want it to be, but it's probably gonna be because I didn't thaw it out before I started. And it's alright because you want to know why I like. I'm a firm believer in doing the best you can with what you have. You know that? So they're like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. It's like, I'm doing the best here. I'm trying my best. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so with these spices, or with these herbs, sorry, just take your knife, and I'm just going to like press down on it. This kind of like wakes it up. Get those oils kind of like to the surface. Like as I'm doing this, like can I tell you the smell is like I can smell that something's happening. You know, when I look on the knife here, I can see that there's like residue. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick these all up. We're just gonna toss these in. Okay, so this lid. Alright, so another thing is the parsley. This is a lot of parsley. I didn't eat this much parsley. Or whatever. Goes by the bushel, so. This one, can I tell you, like, you know. I'm just gonna throw that in there. You know, I don't really cook with a lot of parsley, but I was like, whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna put this in the fridge. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of olive oil. Okay, I'm not putting a lot. Not putting a lot. Just I put a little bit, like I want to say like 2 tablespoons. Okay, so I'm not really feeling so great. So I'm gonna put a little bit of ginger in this one. You know, ginger is one of those things that I feel like is really good if you have a cold. You know, I used to make like this garlic ginger tea when I was sick. So anyway, what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna, with my knife. I know you guys are like, oh, why are you holding it like that? Like, I have different ways of doing things. So I grab the blade like this, and I, with my thumb, I just kind of, as a guide, and I just. And what we're trying to do is just peel off all the skin. I know you guys are like, oh, I bet you there's chefs out there that are like freaking out. Oh, don't do it like that. Why would you do it like that? Oh, there's a better way. But whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay. So I peeled the end there. So what we're gonna do is, hold on. Okay, so like for this too, like it smells good. Ginger is really potent. It's very like you can really taste it. So we kind of want to chill it out, and we're gonna chill it out by taking our grater. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different ones on here. We're gonna find. This is the one here. This one here, like, it's really, really fine. It's really, really little. It's gonna turn this into like a very, very small kind of like minced bit. So just cleaning up as we go. Okay, so grab this. And we don't need too much. We just want a little bit in there. Because this is gonna kind of help you recover if you have a cold. You know, can I tell you, if you have a cold, if you feel like you're coming down with something, if you feel like something's coming on, a little bit of chicken soup, honestly, will change the game. You know, what I used to do too, especially in the winters here in Canada, you know, after work, I'd stop into Tim Hortons. Oh, please, do you have chicken noodle soup? Yeah, we got you. I'd go to Swiss Chalet. Oh, chicken noodle soup. Do you have a chicken noodle soup? Do you want a cup or a bowl? I'm like, the biggest size you got. And they're like, we got family size. You want a family? I'm like, no, just a small for one person size. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure? You sound like you really need it. I'm like, I do need it. You know, have one of those soups, and honestly, game changer. You know that? Okay, like, I think that's a lot. So... Okay, there really wasn't that much, actually. Okay, let's do a bit more here. Okay, also too, like, I don't feel like we need that much. So I feel like this is okay. Okay, like, there's barely any in there. Like, I wouldn't even say, like, a teaspoonful. Like, there's less than that. And it's ground so fine that it's gonna mix up, and it's gonna be good. Okay, we'll do a half finger. Okay, let's check the chicken. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the side. Alright. Let's do garlic, actually. Garlic, and then we're gonna do onions. Okay, so this 3-pack was 99 cents. So I jumped on board because I feel like I need to, like, really garlic it up. Okay, so regularly I would do like maybe 2-3 cloves, that's it. But because like I'm kind of like feeling down and out with this cold, like, you want to know, like, the cold is pretty much done. I'm like on the recovery right now, but just to like get myself feeling right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do 6 cloves. And you're like, that's overkill. That's way too much. So garlic is like a superfood. And it's one of those ones where I feel like it really makes the difference. Okay, so we're gonna do 5. We're gonna do 5 things of garlic. Okay, so 2, 3. Alright. So yeah, what I would do for my garlic tea is I grab a couple cloves, like maybe 1 or 2 cloves of garlic, depending on the size. And like if you have a really big piece of garlic, then just 1. But if they're like, you know, smaller size, you know, the smaller pieces of garlic, I supposedly are like really garlicky versus like the bigger ones. So you have to gauge it by that. I don't know. So, you know, 1 or 2. Then I would get a piece of ginger. And with the ginger too, when I put it in tea, like I'll chop it up. Like I'll chop it into very, very fine, like I want to say like minced size. And put it, and then just throw it in, you know, sometimes with a tea bag, Earl Grey, chamomile, Tetley, or just I would do it by itself with a little bit of honey. I don't have honey right now, but that's what I used to do. All right. Okay, so I'm chopping this up. This is gonna be minced. I want this tiny, tiny little. Again, just letting you know that everything I cook, you can do it vegetarian, not a big deal. What you're gonna do is instead of the chicken thighs, you're gonna use lentils, black beans, chickpeas. All that stuff is going to be a great substitute for chicken. Legumes. I know you're like, oh, those are all the same thing. It's like, well, that's what happened. Like, you know what else you could use? They have really great soy products, and different soy patties and soy, and you know. They have different types of mushrooms, like lion's mane, shiitake. So there's a variety of different things that you can use as a substitute. You know, there's more and more markets that are opening up that have different kinds of substitutes for meat. And, you know, I haven't tried it myself, but supposedly people swear by it. Okay, this is all pretty minced right now. I'm just going over it one more time. Okay, so when I do this in the crock pot too, I'm gonna let it cook for like 8 hours. I'm gonna let it really cook down. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do onion. Okay, so we're gonna do the whole thing because it's gonna like cook down. So I'm just gonna slice off both ends here. And you know, for this one, I think we're gonna dice it. Okay, beware. Okay, so do you remember how I was like, oh, use these special goggles when you cook onions? Okay, so I went to the gym that night. I came home. Someone came into my apartment and popped the lenses out. And it's like, okay, so it's like one of two things. It's like number one, it's like, oh, I have a great audience that likes to watch what I'm doing. Number two, oh, they're breaking into my apartment and they're fucking with my shit. And it's like, ugh. You know, I talked to police officers and they're like, oh, can you get it on camera? And it's like, so with this unit, all the power is exterior to this apartment. So anytime they come in, they just cut the power. And then they're like, oh, why don't you get a battery? Like a separate battery and just run it off the battery. And I'm like, ugh, like, you want to know, like, you know, it's not like that easy of a life, you know that? Like, where I can just go and buy all this stuff, like, I'm like, oh, well, if you're not going to take our advice, then we're not going to take it seriously. And it's like, okay, well, whatever. Okay, so we're going to dice this. So another strategy when you're chopping onions, just stand back. I know it's weird, and like, you know, when it comes to chopping, you want to be in control of what you're doing. But another thing, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get my fucking goggles. How about that? Okay, goggles. Suckers. All right. Way better, game changer. And guess what? These goggles never leave me. So good luck trying to pop these fuckers off. And it's like, at least we know that they're watching. At least we know, and at least we know that they're bothered. Okay, so oop. Okay, so these are chopped pretty good. So okay, now this one. Okay, so today when I was at the grocery store, there's like these, like, I'm just gonna say, not appealing kind of individuals that are like shouting things out, like catcalling things. And they're saying stuff like, oh, you're not with so and so. Do you know that you're not with so and so? Oh, you're a fucking loser if you're not always with someone 365. And it's like, thank you so much for your input. Thank you so much for letting me know how you feel. Can I tell you what I think about you? Why don't you walk right up to my fucking face and say it right to my fucking face, you fucking coward. You know that? They're like, oh, we're too scared. We're too fucking scared. We're so scared of you. Like, fuck. And it's like, if you're thinking that I'm gonna like, if you're gonna shout at me stuff like that, and you think I'm gonna like run up to you and be like, oh, like, let's go on a date. Like, I wanna be with you. You're so right. I'm gonna be with you now. I choose you. Like, no. Fucking idiot. Like, learn some fucking respect, you stupid bitch. Or fucking bastard. Sorry, I should stop swearing. Should really not be swearing. But, like, so irritating. It's like, oh, I wanted to grab a few things from the grocery store without everybody feeling like they know me. Like... Also, too, like, can I tell you... Like, is it okay if I'm, like, single, just doing me? Like, you want to know, is it such a big problem for everyone that I'm doing my own thing, I'm my own guy, I'm my own man, I make the shots, I call the shots, I do what I feel like doing? Like, is that such a fucking crime for everybody in this fucking city? Like, holy fuck. Like, so bothered. You're so bothered. Guess what? I'm gonna keep doing it. Like, please don't. It hurts us. Like, can I tell you? They say things too like, oh, you're never online. It's like, yeah, like, can I tell you? Like, I've spent majority of my life online, and I'm not finding what it is that I'm looking for. Like, you know that? Like... I don't know if it's this community where I live, who's online, like, types of people in this area, like, you know, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Okay, so... I'm like, oh, you're not even giving us a chance. You're not giving us a chance. Oh. Like, I gave you 36 years. 36 fucking years. You're telling me, oh, now you have a problem? Please. I'm gonna be 37 soon. My boss was like, oh, your birthday's coming up. We're gonna go and eat our faces off. Or you better be drinking. I'm like, I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna drink for my birthday. I'm like... Supero. Supero. Oh, Supero. Okay. Now we're gonna do the jalapeno pepper. This is a really, you know what, can I tell you? it's not super spicy. It's not like a ghost pepper, but like there's a good fucking uppercut of heat with this thing. All right, before we start chopping, I just gotta check the chicken again because the chicken, we need to get that chicken going. So. Okay, so disclaimer with the chili pepper, with the jalapeno pepper here. So you do not want to be handling this with your hands. Especially like, if you touch your nose, if you touch your eyes, if you touch your downstairs, it will hurt. It will burn. It will not go away. It will not be comfortable. It will not be a good time. So, when I handle these things, I'm predominantly using a knife and, okay, so the hot part about this thing. So, the actual pepper itself, it has flavor, but the seeds are were hot and have oils all over them. So, with the knife, I'm extracting everything, and you want to know, usually I use this one, but for whatever reason, we're going to switch over to my other really good knife. Alright, so yeah, do you remember how we were talking about that good knife? Yeah, no more, it's gone. They took that knife from me. They come into my apartment and they take whatever they want. Oh, actually I know where it is, I locked it up. I know you guys are like, why are you locking up your stuff? And it's like, my neighbors are fucking crazy. Like, I don't know, like, it's so weird to me because it's like, there's like 8 billion people on this planet. And it feels like no matter where I go, it's like just me. It's just me, like the Truman Show or something. And it's so bizarro because it's like, also too, can I tell you? Everybody's married, everybody has children, everyone's in these weird sexual kind of things with all these multiple people, and oh, I picked this up, but I don't even know where I got it from, and it's like, oh, like, you should know where you got it from. Oh, well, I have no idea, I just have sex with so many people, I have sex with everybody. Oh, I have sex like it's a handshake, and it's like, you want to know what I don't want to do with any of that? I don't, like, I'm sorry, like, call me old-fashioned, call me a fucking loser, but it's like, whatever. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, I'm just going to cut along the top here. You know what, can I tell you? In my earlier age, when I was a lot younger, I used to have a lot of sex with a lot of different people. I tried every flavor, I tried every race, I tried every size, like... Okay, so loosening them all up. After saying all that, right? Tried every size, tried every flavor, tried every kind of religion, tried every kind of people. You want to know? Still single, still living on his own, still doing his own thing. After 36 years, like, you want to know, like, I start to think, like, it's not me. It's like society has really fucking, like... like, even at my last job, it was like no one's doing anything, and it's just me working. And then when I'm not working, all of a sudden, oh, you're a fucking loser, and like they would tell me all these mean things, and it's like, and then like you want to know, it's like between me and my boss doing all the work, it's like we're paying everybody's wage here. Between the work that me and this one guy do, we pay everybody's fucking wage with those jobs that we do. And it gets to a point too where it's like I got fired, and I think to myself like, I don't know how they can be making money right now. I don't know how like it's still working out for them, because it's like nobody does anything in that whole fucking building. That was great. Okay, we're gonna try orange. Okay, so this one, prebiotic soda cove. So it has 16 grams of carbohydrates, which is a lot, but like at the same time, if you're working out, like it's good. You're gonna use that as energy. It has 4 grams of fiber, 115 grams of sodium, and it has 35 grams of potassium, and it has 70 milligrams of vitamin C. So this is a really good drink. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. Cove prebiotic. All right, so yeah, it's good. Oop. Wow, this one has a shit ton of seeds in it. Holy smokes. Fucking hell. Squirted me in the eyeball. I got some of that juice in my eyes. Alright. Alright, so I got all the chili peppers out. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna kind of dice these up too, like mince. No, I should have had the goggles on, but at the same time too, it's kind of hard to see a little bit. Like, you know what the best is? Not having to wear goggles, you know? So you can see what's going on. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do these ones, the celery. Okay, so. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop off these ends. So we're gonna chop off these bits here. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you should use every little bit of this thing, but for this recipe and for the way that we're cooking this, we're just going to. Oh, these are done. Okay, and then. You know, I don't know what. I think we could do another carrot. So I'll be right back. This one's good. This one. Okay, so usually people would just like peel, but for whatever reason, for this recipe, we are not going to peel. And we're just going to go as is. Alright. Okay, so you can see like from the tip to like here, there's a big difference in circumference. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop it to here. And then we're going to cut it to 4, and then chop that. So we're going to do it one at a time. Okay. And then slice. Okay, you want to know what? We're going to do it one more time. Because this one was real girthy. There's a lot of girth to this carrot. Okay. You know, I want it to be like, so like in a spoon, I have a little bit of everything kind of thing. And it's like a nice size. Like bite size. Like I don't want it to be too giant. You know, I made it. Like it depends who you're cooking for. Like there's some guys on the internet that are like huge. Like they're like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot, 7'2". Like, you want to know if you're cooking for a man that big? Like, do the whole carrot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're big. They probably use a bigger spoon. They probably have a bigger bowl. They probably have a bigger everything. Okay, so now that I'm near the end here, I'm just going to... Okay, that carrot's done. Okay, you know what we should check on? The chicken. Alright. Okay, so these are done. I know you guys are like, oh, it's never gonna work for you. It's never gonna happen. You wasted it all. Like, okay, guess what, bitch? Like, it worked out. Alright. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, because this egg is like dripping. Okay, so, okay, and then we're just gonna dump this into here. So, alright. There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chicken thighs. They're already seasoned. It's, you know, they had like this keg sauce that was on sale, or keg spice. And it's like chicken keg spice. So I I season them, throw them in the freezer. I get a big thing from Costco, $23, $22, something like that. Break it into like 5 or 6 pieces in a Ziploc bag, and I freeze it, and it lasts me a long time. You know that? So when I get to it, and it's relatively cheap, you know that? So that's kind of how I do things. And you know, so now I'm ready for it. I throw it in here. We're gonna cook this for like 8 hours, and then at the end I'm gonna pick each of the chicken thighs out, and it'll be like so moist, and it'll fall apart, and I'm gonna break it and kind of shred it with like a fork, throw it all back in, mix it all up. You'll see. Okay. Oop. Okay, this rustic potato. Best type of potato for stews or anything like that is rustic potatoes because they like really hold together well. Okay, this one I kind of like a thicker kind of chunk, so I'm just kind of dicing it up right now until it fours. Like I want one that's gonna be a nice bite-sized kind of size, So just kind of eyeing it. That potato was really big, so I'm kind of chopping it into smaller little sections. Okay. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? This is a lot of potato. I think this one rusty potato is enough. I'm gonna put this one away. And then this sweet potato, we're not gonna do the whole thing. I'm just gonna cut it right in half. Actually, I already might have a sweet potato that is halved, so. Actually, you know, we're gonna cut this one in half. The other piece that I have is like tiny. Let me just check something. Okay. Like, can I tell you something really creepy? The other day, I was in my bed and I found like I don't hang out with anyone. I'm not in contact with anyone. I don't see anyone. You know, I fold up my laundry and then like out of nowhere, I found this really long hair. And it's like oh, like it's so creepy. It's so creepy. You know that? It's gross. Like, you wanna know what? Like, if I was with somebody and they sleep with me at night and like we're together in a relationship, or even if we're just friends hanging out, like that's one thing. But to have like some creeper sneak into my apartment and leave their hairs, like, it's like gross. It's like creepy. It's nasty. It's like, I feel like violated. I feel like, can I tell you something? How would you feel if I was in your bed, sleeping in your bed, and your bed like stunk of me? Like, how would you feel? It's like, oh, like I kind of want my space to just be for me. And, you know, if you're my friend, then hey, maybe I'll invite you over. But otherwise, like, there's no reason for you to be in my space or leave little fucking hairs. Like, it was a long hair, brown. And it's like, I felt so gross. And, you know, like, here's another thing too, like, can't you get your own space? Can't you get your own apartment, your own situation? Like, why do you always have to, like, come into my life and try to take over my little tiny, tiny little place? Like, I don't get it. Like, there's so many other people. There's 8 billion people on this planet. 8 billion. And no, just me. All the time. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. Okay, so You know, it's not the first time too. Like I find them like quite frequent, and it's like a really weird situation. You know, another thing in this apartment too, it reeks of fucking cigarette smoke. Reeks of it. In the hallways, outside the building, constant cigarette smell. And then also too, they have the audacity to complain about money. And it's like, buddy, like you're spending all your money on cigarettes. Like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, so whatever, these are fine. So I cut them a little bit different, so at least then I know what we're eating, like as I'm eating it. So I left the sweet potatoes are a little bit longer. The carrots are chopped into little tiny squares. You know, can I tell you? I feel like it brings a lot more like flavor. I feel like it's really healthy. You know, sweet potato are one of the best kind of root vegetables that you can eat. Um, you know, when I was doing like my 10K open water and triathlons, you know, I would like eat tons of sweet potato. Okay, I'm spending a lot of time chopping these because we're almost done. Okay. All right. That's it. All right. So now what we're gonna do. So this is chicken broth. We're just gonna open this up. And I'm just kind of pouring it all over everything. You know, if you're a vegetarian, again, you can get vegetable broth. Vegetable broth is a great alternative. Same kind of deal, except it's all vegetables and there's no meat byproducts. Okay, so okay, so it filled it up to like maybe halfway. I'm just gonna put a little bit more in, but just gonna kind of shake it up. You want to know what? I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to put a little bit more broth or a bit more water in there. Just because it's going to cook down. Not only that, but like, I want like a little bit of extra soup. Just to like throw on stuff and like, it'll be good. Even with rice and whatever. It's always great to have a little bit more kind of stock. Okay, not as good. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so. So I have a leftover onion that I really want to get rid of. And then these garlics can go in here. This ginger can go in here. Sweet potatoes fine. Okay, so the onion's gonna cook down, so I'm not really too worried about it. You know, another thing too, I know you guys are probably like, you know, if they're coming into your apartment, why don't you just switch the locks? And it's like I've switched the locks more than like 5 or 6 times now. And it's like getting kind of irritating because it's like they know probably a locksmith and they can just come in and do whatever they want, and that is just how it is. And I know that, like, I've tried to like, you know, have someone, hey, like, can you just stay in my apartment while I'm gone? And, you know, everyone around me is like, oh, well, like, I'm already in a relationship. Like, I'm already with somebody else. I just really like the sex that I have with you. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks so much, everybody. Like, I don't care, but at the same time, it's like I get to a point where it's like, are we all just playing a weird fucking game with each other? And it's like, yeah, that's what it feels like in this fucking country. Okay, so that's done. Garbage. Alright, so this is it here. We're gonna do choose. So low. And we're gonna do 8 hours. So it is 1 o'clock, so 9:30 it'll be ready. Stay tuned till then. Peace.